changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcat. The give out of the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mountain East. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. He's loose. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Unloads it left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Bobcats have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bobcats need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Past the 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold.
So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. And the extra point is true, and they're on. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they won't be able to downfield, looking for a big-time play. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Beebe. Turning on the Jets. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got the quick pass. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll line up for a second down play. Let's go. Looking to throw again. Starting to feel a little pressure. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Looking left. Makes the grab past the marker. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Extending the play. Firing to the right, complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got it! And he... They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Watson. It's a running room. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. The sure hands, it's Watson. And the Bobcats buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good work by the coverage team. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle. It's Madden. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes. Turning it on. Then some touchdown, App State. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. To the ground with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
So 1st down will open up the final period. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Beebe. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
It's caught. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete. Making side adjustments here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Using the quick game.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw.
Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Bobcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. The 50. The 40. And a big return after the... First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll try the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Bobcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack. college football season, and they should be cherished and prized, particularly when you get win number 6 and become bowl eligible. Welcome to the Wiregrass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, wants to throw. It's Alford. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Hauls it in. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And decision coming up, but you know what you're going to do. The ball's on the 1-yard line. You go make your decision. Stay aggressive.
Into the end zone he goes. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Beebe. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. Skips away from pressure. Grab near the sticks. It's Beebe. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Bobcats are on the move. They'll give it to him again. Hard running there. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's a fit. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. The throw. And they pull it off. Going to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Beebe. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The inside handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That's reeled in. It's Parrish. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And the Bobcats get it past the sticks. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable 1st half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Beebe. Gets it out to the 20, about in the end zone.
And the Texas State offense will take over.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. Past the first down marker and still running. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Bobcats are on the move. This time they'll go to the running game. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Parrish. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They'll run the screen. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Grab near the marker. It's Beebe. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got the back over the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Beebe. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Bobcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Marches ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the next.
Touchdown, Texas State. He might want another play. Handoff to the lone back. And And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the ground and try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Watson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. The Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. The sweet feet buy a little time. They get to him as he throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Watson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Bobcats. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. And they make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. It's complete to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. We'll head to into the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Bobcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Give to the running back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Number 13.
So here we are on. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with
Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another. Welcome to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas State Bobcats. Makes the quick grab. It's a seam wide open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, nice job by the defender. Zone coverage, I read the quarterback's eyes. I could tell exactly where he's throwing the football, break on the football, see the in-breaking route by the receiver, break on it, go get a hand up.
All out of space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use this.
Guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not...
Wide open spaces. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The snap sets up to throw. Into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. So they're on the 1-yard line. The incomplete pass on second down. Maybe you just try to drive it in on the ground this time. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Watson. Ripping through the defense. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Beebe. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they got... It's on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we've got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. He's loose. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Bobcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on second down. He's got the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Kick is they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown. They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Back to pass on second down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The Bobcats are marching down the field. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Lets it fly. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Bobcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big time.
And he takes it in for the score. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Caught close to the marker. It's Beebe. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. grabbed behind the line. It's Watson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Going downfield for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Texas State. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws for the tight end. Fires it incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going right to work up top. The short hands, it's Beebe. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the gift. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Beebe. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Bobcats are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Beebe. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. The Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here.
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's got it. Got to get to the sticks. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. And the Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Alford. Pulled down for the tackle.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
On third down, going up top. Rifles it down the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Bobcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He makes a grab. Touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Let's see how successful they'll be on and 10. To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Lets it fly. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Smith slips a tackle, and he's got room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Wide out trying to get it in. Back to throw, it's Cooks. Got it set up on the outside. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll leave it with him. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the Bobcats looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He wants it all. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And be stopped for no gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Here comes the field goal. Oh, forget the kick. He's going to throw it. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defense.
to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas State Bobcats. Got the quick completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Scanning the field, it's Cooks. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And they decide to trot out the kicker.
Number 13 on the field.
Dialed up the fake, and he wants to throw. Gets rid of it. And it's complete. It's a... They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Turning on the Jets. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Beebe.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that bad. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Oh, they fake it. The kicker's looking to pass. It's ugly, but it worked. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the gun, the ground game. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Scrambling away. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be 1st down, goal to go. The Bobcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's third and goal. Power ahead. Going right back to the... And the Bobcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sideline. It's Beebe.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Bobcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance, everything their play call.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires to the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown! This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. To the air on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Buying some time. They're going to get it. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line. Taylor wants to throw it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you're seeing the...
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. They'll test the right side. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. And the Bobcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Texas! Great place to start for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it-runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays.
Touchdown, Bobcats! Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard. It's a fake. Lets it go. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Bobcats with the first and 10. The running back has it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And the Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving. And they're
Touchdown, Texas State. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.